We don't believe we know.
There we go.
I don't think we'll need this.
No, I don't think so. Not yet, Jane. That's coming.
Yeah.
Keep it intimate.
Good to practice, though, Dave.
Yeah.
This is all about practice. Actually, I thought about it this evening before coming out. One of the things that I set out to do at the beginning of this year was to find some people to talk to, you know, to have a conversation with, and to become accustomed to talking on camera and to talking in public. And this is just another example of that incredible journey that 2018 has been so far. I had hoped for a few more folks tonight.
Christmas is wiped now.
Yeah. So it is what it is. We're a small crowd, and thank you very much for coming tonight. I hope you get your complimentary toothpaste takeaway. We might be able to stretch to a second tube, given the small numbers that have made it tonight. We can blame the weather and so on. Hi, welcome. Come on in. We just but you know, one of the things that I hope to do more of in 2019 is you know, social networking to promote the opportunity for us to get together and do this kind of thing more, because this seems to me to be an absolutely essential part of our trajectory or our journey. My whole existence, my whole heart is focused on trying to do the best that I can for myself, my fellow man, and humanity, to take the journey that we've been set out. Because this isn't some kind of oh, maybe we've got it wrong kind of thing. You know, the reality is that strange stuff has happened to us, and we know that we live in a world in which everything has been turned on its head. Everything has been lied to. Everything has been created to create this situation, and to create people who are able to wake up at a certain time, and we just happen to be, I think, amongst those people. I have planned to do a talk on fluoride this evening. I had in my mind envisaged a whole room full of people who knew absolutely nothing about the dangers of fluoride in our water. So
They're probably out there. Open the doors.
So you know, some of this we have set up a Truth Talks YouTube page, and we are in the business of setting up a Truth Talks social network arena, so that we can put this stuff out there as sound bites, as bits of information, and to try and sort of draw an audience and you know, gain some attention that way. So we are filming it in various means, and I'll be doing some live filming when I'm not talking myself. If there's anyone who needs to sign a release to have their film, you know. So on the issue of we were going to do a PowerPoint presentation.
I had one job. Next time, you know.
It's a work in progress, and we haven't quite got to the point where. But I did make a PowerPoint presentation, it's true to say, and the PowerPoint presentation was some stuff that most of you have already seen before. A couple of images on where fluoride is used for poison, rat poison, and for insecticide, and how fluoride, sodium fluoride is treated. And hi, welcome. That's okay, we've only just gotten started. I was just doing a little kind of talk on sodium fluoride, and why we know that fluoride was put in the water, particularly by Adolf Hitler, it would seem, to make the concentration camp victims more docile. And we think that this is being done to us as well. Now, my research suggests that in the UK, there's not many places that still fluoridate the water, but there are places in the world where fluoridation is a matter of course. In my research, I discovered that if you take between 5 and 10 grams of fluoride, you will die. So in your toothpaste, typically the Mentadent or the Colgates and those kinds of things, they've got about 5,000 parts per million, which would mean you would have to take a whole liter of the toothpaste before it sort of presented any real immediate death risk. But what we've discovered is that fluoride is very effective at calcifying the pineal gland. And for people in this room, I think understanding that the pineal gland is a very important connection to our higher source, then perhaps there's a nefarious reason why our fluoride has been finding its way into our water. For my money, I think that if you look at your kettle and you look at the way the kettle is calcified, then this is what your pineal gland starts to look like. There's photos on the internet of what appears to be calcified pineal glands. It's a tiny, tiny gland. If you haven't come across it, it's only the size of like a grain of rice. So it's very small, but it's one of those things that I think, we've got so much toxin in our society or in our biosphere today, and having a poison like fluoride in your toothpaste that you're taking every day or in your water, then this should be avoided as much as possible. So there are ways of decalcifying the pineal gland or removing the fluorides from your body. One of the things that we've done this evening was to bring along some fluoride-free toothpaste, and we're encouraging people to look at their toothpaste and any other source of fluoridation. I can't offer any other particular instances of fluoridation. I don't know if anyone else can suggest any to me. But no, rather the sources of where we're ingesting it. Yeah, fluoride. I think from some research I did, some studies show that even if you're taking on a lot of aspartame and artificial sweeteners and even sugar, this can cause that same kind of effect on the pineal gland. So it's not just all about fluoride. And in my case, my mother gave me fluoride tablets every day as a child. They tell us that fluoride is here to strengthen our teeth, but there's plenty of examples of how actually it damages the teeth. And I would go further and to say that if your house had damp rot, you wouldn't go and add cladding to the outside of that. You would have to go in under and clean that out before putting new cladding onto that wall. So this is what fluoride does, is it kind of attaches itself to the teeth and kind of creates a cladding on your teeth. This is why they say it's good for you. But actually, the teeth can heal themselves if we allow get rid of the tartar or the bacteria that's causing the problem, and then allow the teeth to heal itself. And then any fluoride that you need in your diet should come through your food supply rather than from your water and your toothpaste. So that's my thing on fluoride this evening. I have a small truth talk, like a sort of personal story to do with how these things affect us. Because my mother, she got motor neuron disease in 2011 and died within 7 months of diagnosis. And motor neuron disease is one of those conditions that is actually the plaquing or the what you see in your kettle, that furring up of the kettle. It's that's causing motor neuron disease and conditions like that. And this furring, in my view, because the research isn't clear, because they talk about in motor neuron disease, they talk about the myelin sheath being damaged, but that furring, in my opinion, is the effect of all these tiny microparticles of toxins that are in our water and in our biosphere. So part of my journey, part of the reason why I'm standing here tonight is because the way that when my mother died and the way that the medical system had nothing to offer in terms of helping her. I've now discovered that we can do an awful lot to pull these toxins back out of our body. So a lot of what we think about and what we talk about is how we might go about improving our health by doing detoxes and pulling heavy metals and other stuff back out of our body. So that's partly why I'm here. I think what we're going to do next is turn it over to Joe. We're going to turn it over to Joe. Joe's a friend of mine. And she has got some wonderful information for us tonight. This is a major milestone for Jo. I'm very proud of her and her husband, Lynn, and here supporting her. Let's see what Jo has to say. I think she's very excited to get talking. Come on, Jo.
That's it,
Okay,
baby.
just bear with me, everyone.
Would you like to use the mic?
Okay, I do need to. Okay, please bear with me. Okay, sorry, this is the first time I've ever done this. Basically why I'm here today is because I'm an astrologer.
Yay.
And I'm here to learn and to grow and to teach. Just bear with me, it's coming through. To teach, to learn and grow. To help Truth Talks give it that explosion that it needs. Because I'm the water to give the flow that everyone needs and everyone's hoping and looking at in the energies at the moment of the planets. For me, I've experienced over Christmas, and this is another line I want to go down. Sorry, I keep fading out because I haven't done this before. I'm here because I want to bring oneness. I want to show people that what Christmas is really about. And I've written a poem. And this beautiful lady here, she showed me how to deliver this to everyone. So I'm going to make a start.
Yeah, go Jo!
And breathe.
People call it channeling, you can call it whatever you like. I call the universe talking to me. My name is Joanna Marie, and I come from the land of the long white cloud. And I'm here to bring oneness. As a child, I crawled and I walked. And I can assure you, I did not do that upside down. At my level, hey Cece, everything was flat, apart from the land that I stood on. The land that I stood on was flat, but it was also very hilly. And that was the land that I was born in. And that land is called Aotearoa. It's New Zealand. And it's where I was born. It's where I was created. It's where my ancestors made me. So I'm going to carry on now with the poem because this is what it's all about. It's about who you are, where you are going, and what your gifts are from the universe. It talks to you.
Yes.
In order to do that, we need to heal. In order to heal, we need to have the correct medicine. We need to have the right support. And we need to heal the way we want to heal. Not the way that we're being told we have to heal. Yeah, I want that choice to heal. I'm kind of jumping a little bit ahead. I'm trying not to go too much into the future with you guys. I need to keep it grounded. But my body has been through absolute hell over the last 2 years. And we've struggled with everything. Money, our home, my health. And I was just being thrown into different directions, going, you have to do this and you have to do that. And I knew it was wrong. It was wrong. It was not the right way to go. And I wanted to do it naturally, but I didn't know how. I knew there was a change, but I didn't know how to do it. So I looked back to my ancestors, and at home when I was, I don't know, my memory of my childhood is not very good at the moment, it's coming back. When I was at home, I think it was between the ages of maybe 14 or 18. I do apologise. My nose is starting to run. I probably should have got some tissue, but I didn't. I'm a bit unplanned. This is the explosion with me. It comes in very quickly and then goes out. Anyway, I'm babbling now, and I'm sure everyone knows what that is, so I'm just going to get on with this poem that I did. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like everyone just to close their eyes and get comfortable. And I'd like you just to do this if you feel like doing it. You don't have to do anything. I can see people are already closing their eyes, which is exactly what I'd like them to do. Both feet on the ground. Now what I'd like to do, you can either have your hands face down or face up. If they're down, it means you're not quite ready to hear what I'm saying, and I understand that. If they're up, then you are, because these messages are for everybody. If you are confused and are not sure which way you want to put your hands, then for the woman, you would face your hand upright on your left leg, and for the men, you face your hand down on your right leg. So what that's doing is it's bringing the masculine and the feminine energy in. So if you're ready to find that balance, then I really suggest that that's what you do. Okay, so let's begin with what else but breath. I'd like everyone to take a deep breath in through the nose and release. Good. Right, you can keep your eyes closed and you can keep them open, it's up to you. Right, I'm going to start. I am the Empress, I am the Fool, I am the child who's learning with her tools. I am the Deliverer, I am the Midwife, I am the Healer, I am the Mother, I am the Music, I am the Magic, I am the Love, and I am the light. All is a tool. We do our best work in the Viper's Pit. Truth Talks, Sun and Moon, Family, Santos Bonacci,
Ray.
Martin Kenny, Joshua, who I'm yet still learning about, but I had to put you in there, Josh, because you're teaching me the language, my darling. I'm learning. And that's what it's all about. Is syncretism. When you have to connect the dots together. You start with one dot and then it leads on to another and then another and another. The thing that's doing it for everyone at the moment is flat earth. And flat earth is real. It's no joke, but we've been made to think that it is. Like I said at the beginning, I come from New Zealand. It's the land of down under. And I spent, what would I say, 28 years living there. And I think I would know if I was walking around like this with my hair hanging out. It was done. My hair was hanging out, but it was the 80s and, it was the look. Right, so just to finish off, because I'm babbling again, Truth Talks, Sun and Moon Family, Santos Bonacci, Martin Kenny, Joshua, as we unite and support each other, as we love, we learn, we laugh, and we give thanks. Amen. 3, 2, 1, may the seeds grow, be blessed. I am sovereign and I am free. With much love and blessings to you all.
Thank you, Joe.
Way.
I just hope that's helped some connections for some people that perhaps they may have been missing.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you very much for listening, and Santos and Martin Kenny. I love you guys because you're my two negatives who have made it positive. Thank you so much, Joe. And next up we have Andrea. I'll take over the babysitting duties. Or camera duties. That was beautiful, Joe. Thank you.
It was beautiful, Joe, and I have to follow that. So that's kind of difficult. It doesn't matter. I'm not a public speaker. I leave that to my husband. He does the big flamboyant speeches. But I have been on my own truth journey. I have been on my own truth journey. I'm no surprise that I am with Dave. Dave and I have had a bit of a colourful relationship in terms of we were together and then 8 years apart, and for whatever reason in 2009 we made it back to each other. But I think for me the poignant moment was 2011 when, as Dave said, his mother got motor neuron disease, and we were flung into researching for alternatives because the diagnosis was it's terminal and there's nothing that the mainstream medical system can do. So we started doing our research, and at that point it was all just Google, and you were swimming in the mainstream information, and that's where we got our stuff. There were a few things that helped along the way, but nothing significant, and unfortunately she died 7 months later. But on that part of my journey, I was called to go and take care of her. And for me, that was the sort of awakening for me, because I was flung into a situation where I was trying to keep a woman alive, and I was in my own battle because I'd be called at all hours of the night to basically help her breathe, and not have any medical assistance. Along the way, obviously I started questioning where she was going to go, where I would end up, because I was now facing death, which I'd never had to face before. And she ended up crossing over. I think we helped her do that in the most peaceful way possible, but yet we were still, both Dave and I, still very much in the mainstream information pool. When we returned, I had made a decision that I wanted to look into what was out there in terms of my health, in terms of my family's health, and I didn't want to rely on the mainstream medical system. I wanted to take my power back. I wanted to ignite my power, my own personal power. I wanted to take my health back. I didn't want to rely on the medical system. And so I started doing my own research, and with that came the want or the will to reconnect to my Trinity. So not only my body, but my mind and my soul. So I sought out things like yoga and came across Kundalini.
Yay! Big fan.
And I had a Kundalini moment. I don't know there was a Kundalini awakening, but I had an experience where I felt incredible love in a yoga session. But went home and told Dave about it, and he was like, no, you can't be doing that. That's satanic. Because at the time, the research he was doing was leading him down the sort of more religious route where anything to do with yoga was seen as something satanic. So begrudgingly, I said, okay, we'll leave it. Anyway, he was doing obviously an excessive amount of research, and I was not having it. I was in cognitive dissonance and was most of the time going, go and speak to someone else, go and find someone to talk to, I would say to him, because I'm not interested. And this went on for quite a few months, and the whole family, we would sit around the dinner table and we'd say, oh, can you stop talking about it? Can you stop talking about it? We don't want to hear about it. Until one day, one of Dave's friends sent me an email saying, we think Dave's gone mad, and we think that he needs help. And at that point, I thought, okay, I've got a decision to make here. I know my husband has not gone mad. In fact, quite the opposite. The stuff that he was listening to, I'd secretly started listening to. Well, I didn't really have much choice, because often it was bedtime. He'd have various people on his phone, and I'd be listening to it in bed. Unknowingly, I was taking it all in, and I was starting to connect the dots as well. And that kind of piqued my interest, and also through his friends saying he'd gone mad, I decided it was time for me to start listening and start questioning. And I had the opportunity to come across information that was my light bulb moment. It was my moment of, I get it. So from that, I started seeking my own inner knowing, my own truth. I wanted to make the connections. I wanted to learn more about my divinity. I wanted to find practices that I could do that I could feel more connected. And along the way, this has led me to all sorts of insights, all sorts of interesting people. I have lost people along the way because they do start to think you're mad. And fairly recently I've had a life-changing experience of being led to plant medicine, which has opened my eyes even further. But hopefully in the future I can talk more about that. I think though the overriding thing for me is that we're meant to be here to have a good experience. We're meant to be here to love each other. We're meant to be here to live in our truth, but a lot of us aren't. So here's to truth, and living in your truth and in your inner knowing.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say a quick hello to Michelle and Danny. They've come all the way from Yorkshire.
Yay!
Ain't that the truth? So I've got a little poem that I wrote for this evening called So Far. I knew as a small child, things ain't right. Turn off the news, don't watch horror. My energy repelled. Thankful to guiding forces of which I could not let go. They let me know. I knew as a teenager, the world was not as it seems. We are energy beings, purposely led to distractions. It was not easy to be heard, that which I internally observe. I knew in my 20s, it's all smoke and mirrors. I'm fitting in as hard as I can try, going to the parties, new adventures to feel good as the time passes by. Then in my 30s, a mother, alone, up to my heart in the scam. It feels so uncomfortable, bumbling along, in a world hiding that which I am. Now in my late 40s, I can't take this shit no more. It's in plain sight, we need more human heart might to collectively change our sight, free our own energy to take flight. The truth will set us free collectively. We're pushing through a membrane to a paradigm that's new. It's not easy, it's lonely, it's a rocky road, but driven by soul, I will not let common sense and loving guidance go. We turn a blind eye to the many atrocities, too many to list and bruise your ears with. Mother Earth and mankind being abused. We can change this in a heartbeat, if it's in our heart we meet. Turning away from our fractured ego and given theories in a constructed consciousness, and open our frequencies to a true way of being and play our note in this mystical realm. The world needs a cuddle, that's for sure, and we can focus on good vibes, misery no more. So happy New Year to the new renegades, with courage, community and laughter, raising the collective possibilities for a more harmonic ever after.
Hooray!
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
Lovely, yeah.
Now, my lovely friend, rose-tinted monocle,
Could you do
have you
me
got a couple of
favour?
words you'd like to say?
I'm sure I can find a couple.
Thank you, darling. do I follow all of that? Cool. I've always been a little bit strange and weird, and the alternative thinker, the one that has conspiracy theories at the forefront of her mind, and everyone's already completely bored listening to me because, 10 years of chemtrails, who wants to hear that? That we are divine beings having a human experience. Oh, she's at it again. Oh, stop drinking the water, at least filter it, and don't buy bottled. Don't. There's Glydosil in that now, we find. I realised that the world was a bit wrong when I was very little. And I haven't really fit in this world ever since, this strange paradigm that we're all playing out. And then Santos Bonacci was given to me. And I soaked up all his stuff. He gave me confidence to know that I wasn't completely crazy. And all these things that I felt and experienced did actually happen. And the fact that other people didn't mean I was the strange one. It's they're the strange one. Then one day he sits there all, the world's flat. And I'm like, no, it can't be flat. What about the aliens? Anywho.
And Nibiru.
Exactly, man. Gee. No, I was a Trekkie. I loved it. But knowing that all those strange creatures might just be round the corner if you just close your eyes and actually use the one eye, that really surprised me. Then when I sat there and contemplated my neighbour for a little bit about what he said, and I argued with him on the screen, I actually realised I just argued myself into being a flat earther. That we are the compressed matter in between the two orbital fields, and there can only be a flat plane in between. Then I started watching quite a few of you guys actually, and I absorbed it all because I'd done some of the hard work already. I was already know the government hates us and wants to kill us. I already know this, that and the other, so all I was worried about is where the bloody curve is. Still can't find it. There's a whole talk show about it every bloody day looking for it, still can't find it. Anyway, so then I decided because of all of this, I really needed to concentrate on the inner me, the higher me, and what connects all of us together actually. And so, after a while of being strange and flat tripping, not flat smacking, where you just go plop, plane instead of world, plop, realm, plop.
Like us do, I hear you.
And they're like, oh, she's at it again. But never mind. In that journey, one of my friends actually was a secret flat earther. No longer on my own. Yay! Then the Globe Live Tour UK happened. Oh, I was excited. There was something to watch on TV. Well, only because I put it on the TV from the laptop. Then I was really lucky, and the Globe Live Tour was only down the road for the finale. And for someone that believes in signs, I knew this was the sign that it was time to come from outside of the screen, to stop commenting on the chat room and say, hi, I'm Rose Tinted Monocle, I'm a flat earther, it's all bullshit and I'm ready to play with you guys. And here I am. So the last 3 months I have gone from a little person in the chat room that nobody knows about to a content creator, somebody who comes along and to these things like Speaker's Corner. That was amazing. Can't wait for the next one. I can't do this one though, no babysitter. Next month though. I've done a couple of live streams thanks to Roxanne the Globalist Denier. She was my first, thank you very much. And only last week I was on One Conscience
which was amazing because it's like this, where we're talking about all the other stuff, not where the curve is. So I have met some incredible people in this journey. I can honestly now say I've have One Conscious, FPAV, Angel, a whole few other people who I really care a lot about, and I just thank them greatly to my heart, because we're the love that joins us all together, and that's all we've got to concentrate on. It doesn't matter what shape it looks like, it's the fact that we need to be together, and one day together we will find out what this shape, what the matrix looks like, and we're going to be those buggers. Do you understand me? Yes, we are. Because love will conquer all. I'm ready for the fight. Are you?
Bring it on. Put it on.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Does anyone else want to speak? Has anyone got a couple of words before we have Billy up singing? Okay, well, we'll take a little break, and thank you very much.
Okay, just read this quick file.
Would you do poem?
Yeah, but
Testing, testing. Billy Brindle in the house.
No worries. Oh my God.
Too much we take for granted in this life. Flowers in the field, honeybees passing by. The air we breathe, the sun and the moon in the sky. Too much we take for granted in this life. It's actually a song, but I'm reading it as a poem. Too much we take for granted in this life. All the gold in the world cannot match one field of corn. Only the birds greet the dawn. We're too busy fighting to see what's going on. So come on, everybody, let's unite. Together we can put things right. Because every day our friend, the tree, faces concrete tsunamis. So come on, help this friend that helps us breathe. Too much we take for granted in this life. Valley, river, lake, mountains in the snow. Forest where sun and rain combine to help those beautiful giants to grow. So come on, we gotta help save the tree. Protect it from concrete tsunamis. This old world is such a beautiful place, but abused by the human race. So come on, help this friend that helps us breathe. Some people just cannot see the beauty
Thanks,
of a
FPV.
tree. They want concrete, not grass, beneath their feet. So come on, let's befriend. So come on, let's defend this friend in need, our precious friend, the tree. I'm just going to sing the first verse.
Yay!
I'm just going to sing the first verse, just to get you the melody, that's all. Too much we take for granted in this life. Flowers in the field, honeybees passing by. The air we breathe, the sun, the moon in the sky. Too much we take for granted in this life. I must carry on.
Hooray!
Too much we take for granted in this life. All the gold in the world cannot match one field of corn. Only the birds greet the dawn. We're too busy fighting to see what's going on. So come on, everybody, let's unite. The clap is still a quicker clap or just
No clap.
So come on, everybody, let's unite. Together we can put things right. 'Cause every day our friend the tree faces concrete tsunamis. So come on, help this friend that helps us breathe. One more verse. Too much we take for granted in this life. Valley, river, lake, mountains in the snow. Forest where sun and rain combined to help these beautiful giants to grow. Thank
Phil, that was amazing. You got to set yourself up with your speaker because he's going to sing some more songs for us after the break.
Thanks, FPV.
You're going to say a little short story. How wonderful.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's a bit noisy here.
It's very,
Thanks
very
for watching, I
short
really
story.
appreciate it.
Goes back 18 years, and I was on a hilltop in Nepal,
I wish, Mr. Mincer.
outside Pokhara, sharing the space with a Native American Indian. And it was a night of full moon, and out of the blue, out of sight of our veranda, I could hear a squawk of a bird, and I knew it was an owl. And I said to my friend, "This is an owl." And we looked forward, and as close as this light is here, this owl was there on a little piece of wire, and it was staring right at us. And we were like, "Ah!" Anyway, sat back, and 40 seconds went by, and Peter was his name. He actually had 2 ponytails that came down the back of his head. He was 10 years older than me at the time. And he said, in my culture, when an owl comes on a night of a full moon, is to tell us that death is on its way. 4 days later, he's on the internet, gets news his dad is in a coma. His dad's in New York. He flies back to New York. 4 days after that, I get an email saying his dad is dead. The bird knew nothing. Yeah? The bird knows nothing. But his ancestors or his living people that know so much know how to use the bird as a messenger. It's purely a messenger. This shows that we're all one. Yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Yay! Mic drop. Boom. Gravity!
Yeah, we are all one, and it's so exciting. We've got a wonderful new year ahead of us to be bold and courageous and shine our lights. So let's have a little drink and then we'll have a little knees up. Thank you all so much.
Hooray!
Knees up.
Oh, right guys, we're just having a little break and I will be back. Thank you for tuning in, I really appreciate it.